Hi guys, and welcome back to OG Cars, and in today's video we are having a look around my slightly notorious Skoda Felicia. So in case you're wondering firstly why I said this car is notorious, one of our last videos just did really well on this car when we went to buy it. So we travelled 350 miles to buy it, and we paid £350 for the car, which in today's day and age is dirt cheap for a car with MOT that's running and driving. And I say running and driving because this car nearly went by because it broke down on a smart motorway on us when the alternator died, but luckily it was exactly the same as one of my Skoda favorites. We replaced it, and since then I've done nearly 500 miles in it, completely problem free. So since I bought this car, the only things I've done to it is put stickers on it, bar the alternator which I nicked off of my other car. So I put the Skoda Felicia sticker on it as a memento to its slight escapade it had. And obviously I've put a YRMC sticker on it as well. One of the reasons that I actually quite like this car is the originality of it. So this is the original place that the car... Oh no, sorry, this is where it was bought from the second time, but that is the original sticker, and it has the original dealer plates on the car as well. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is this is the most basic spec you could get. As you can see, there's no radio antenna on there, because there is no radio in the car, there's no nothing basically, but it has an LX badge on it. If you look up the plate of this car, there's a plate, you can look it up, it's an L, so I don't know if this badge has just been replaced at some point or not, I don't know. Something else that's been replaced is the exhaust, which is horribly wonky. Just doesn't look right at all. I much prefer the earlier ones, a bit like the Favourite, where it's just a circle, but this is the only replacement you can get for the hatchback for some reason, so maybe I'll straighten that if I keep it, I don't know. Something else, this rear light when we bought the car had been broken, it had some tape on it, so I ordered that before I went to buy the car because there's no way I wasn't going to buy it really for the money. So new rear light was put on. You can see there's a little bit of a ding here, so I take it took a bit of a prang at some point, but it's nothing too bad, so I'm not too worried. Coming round the car, if we have a look at the interior. From this side, interior looks pretty good, ignore my Sub-Zero ice cream badge in there. So I've added this faux orange air freshener, and you can probably see the interior. The only thing that lets it down is that tear on the seat there. Now let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. I may put Favourite front seats in here because it doesn't match anything else, but I also would like to keep an originality with the car, because as you can see, completely original. This car is 25 years old this year, and I know that because it was registered around the same time I was born. 26 years old this year. Sorry, I nearly got my own birthday wrong. There's no radio, there never was, and has never been one fitted in nearly 26 years, which I think is phenomenal for a car that never came with a radio. Obviously there's little scuffs and stuff on it. You can see, I don't know what's going on here. I'm really scared to take the tape off in case, but we think it's just had a bit of a scrape, and maybe the door lock is a bit broken.
I reckon the circlip's pinged off or something.
Yeah, so, but I've had a look on Skoda parts, easy to get that, not too worried about it.
Leave it well alone.
Yeah. Coming round to the front, again, original dealer plates. What's great about original dealer plates, especially when they're like a little bit faded like this one is, you know this has never had a front end prang or a back end prang, because they're original, they're faded, they look a bit rubbish now, but original to the car. I know we're still at the front of the car, but something you may have noticed on the back, which I can cut in, and there's no badge on the back. Looking online, it looks like they're quite universal, that the front badge and the rear badge on Skodas from around this time was the same. So I'll order a new badge for it, that just keeps it in keeping with the car, I guess. Something else I did to this car when I bought it was I gave it a really good clean and a really good polish, and it's actually come out really well. The bumpers look really good, the paint looks really good, bar the few scuffs which I'd expect for the age. But one thing that's come out well, which this will point out to you, was we did back to black. This is before on here, because I clearly forgot to do it, and this is after. So it's a really good difference. It's actually come out really well, to be fair, so I'm really happy with that. Something else I've noticed since I bought it is the tyres are quite old. They're fine. but they're a bit old, so I'm probably going to get the tyres replaced at some point in the near future, probably before its next MOT. I also want to give a service, because when we asked the person we bought it off when it was last serviced, he had no idea. The oil was at the right level, coolant was completely fine, but we don't know when it was last serviced, so we will give this car a good service soon. A few more points on this car. I wish I had all the history with me, but what I'll do is I will overlay it. This car had full service history from Skoda dealerships, from brand new all the way through its first ownership. Unfortunately, there's then no history for its second owner, but the person we bought it off, so the third owner, did then keep full service history and MOT history as well.
Well, so, he hadn't serviced it, I don't think, but he's kept like all of his mechanical repair receipts, hasn't he? Yeah. Which, to be fair, he's done quite a bit on the car in the last 5 or so years, hasn't he?
Yeah, everything this car's needed, he's always got done, which is really nice to see. I can tell you what the mileage was. When he bought it on the 2nd of July 2018, it was on 34,511 miles, because he's running it on the sun visor, and we're now on 49,868. When we picked the car up, it was on 49,100, 200-ish. So since we bought the car, obviously we drove it to where it broke down on the motorway. I've then been using it for work as my everyday car. It went to Prescott with us for no point, because I didn't realise I had a spectator ticket, so I might as well have just gone with Owen. But it is what it is. It came along, and it's quite nice to bring it along, because I've not had a car for so long, and this car has given me my bit of freedom. The one thing I'd like to do to this car, bar maintenance, tyres, servicing, whatever, I think I am going to put a radio in it if it's going to stay. I'll try and keep it...
What?
I know. I will try and keep it in keeping with the year, though. So I'm trying to find one that suits this car, or would have originally come in a Felicia. Just because, as you can imagine, I did, like a 3-hour drive up to Prescott the other day, and it's quite boring without a radio. I just can't put up with it. So that's probably the only thing I'm going to do. Aside that, I just plan to use it. It's going to be my daily driver, so I don't think you'll see it too much more on the channel. Maybe I'll do a video if we service it, or we do any like big work to it, but this is just my car to get me back on the road, because I've not had a car for so long, and for that reason I really love it, because it's given me my freedom back. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick video to show you the car a bit more closely, because we didn't really get a chance to do that with what happened. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one.